Do you see any chance that the NFL doesn't go off without a hitch? I mean, maybe there'll be no fans in the stands, but I see zero possibility that the NFL bends or breaks because of the COVID-19. I honestly, I see them going off. Here we go. This is our season. They made that. They announced that schedule, and there was no alternatives. There was no like, if this happens, this happens. The NFL is like, this is what we're doing, and if COVID-19 don't like it, they can get the hell out or do whatever they need to do. I think that's what the NFL is going to do. I think
absolutely. Hey, Pat, I'm right there with you. It's 32 owners that have been strong-minded owners for the longest time. This season is going to go. I think the NFL is a different monster than Major League Baseball, than the NBA. They are strong-headed, and they're going to say the season is going to start. We're not going to bend. We're going to go. We're going to move forward. Corona, you figure it out.
I can really see Roger Goodell, by the way, in his basement with the M&Ms. Corona's just going to have to figure it out.
Darren, does Jamal Adams have to be traded at this point? Because like Pat was talking about yesterday, like walking into that locker room after all this news comes out, like how hard would that be? And is there any chance that it would be to the Cowboys?
Man, you know what, guys? I'm not sure, man. I really, you always look. I'm the biggest Jamal Adams fan out there.
It's good.
And I know what he said. It's probably ruffled some feathers within his own locker room. Probably has, part of it. But, this kid has been, first of all, the Jets don't have a whole lot of talent just to be playing around with, right?
They stink,
So that's one thing. And you're talking about their top 2, 3 guy, best player on their football team outside of Sam Darnold. So, this is a guy that you need to get signed. Don't play games with him. Get him signed. He's a young football player. Get him signed. Now, if they do trade him, I don't know if it's, we always say, well, a player is going to go to a certain team, but it never happens. It never happens that way. He ends up going somewhere else. They find another trade partner and they move on. Do the Cowboys want him? Absolutely. Are the Cowboys going to be willing to give up what the Jets want in return? Probably not. I don't think that's going to be the case. I think the Cowboys are going to play hardball in this situation.
We talked about this the other day with Jamal Adams wanting out in the Instagram post. And then I believe just last night, he said he's going to miss balling with another Jet teammate. So, I mean, he's doubling, tripling down on his message that he wants out of there. And obviously his agent talked to Schefter and list off all these things. But the thing about the NFL is the players have no choice.
No control.
None.
Yeah.
A lot of people are tweeting us like, it doesn't matter. He's not going anywhere if the Jets don't want him to go. And by the way, that's 100% true. Like if the Jets don't want to move him, they don't care how miserable he is. If he wants to sit out, do whatever you got to do, they can hold on to him as long as they want. And that is a very interesting situation for Jamal Adams.
And that is a disgruntled situation for a young man to be in.
Oh, yeah.
That's at his peak of his career. It's to say the team really doesn't want me. They don't want to do a long-term deal. They're not willing to trade me. They're sitting me in this locker room. The guys in this locker room are looking at me sideways by the fact that, I made some comments. And now I got to go out and play and get the fan base rally behind me. That's a tough situation to be in, man. I don't admire that situation for him, but at the same time, he made that bed, bro. He made that bed. Now you got to figure it out.